What's happening, everybody out here coming at you from 5 Bar Motorsports. Today I got something really cool to bring you. This car behind me here is a 2000 Honda S2000. Now this car is going to go on the dyno tonight, guys, and what makes this unique is that it no longer has the Honda engine in it. It has a LS swap in it. It also has a 77mm On3 Turbo on it, so this thing's capable of making some power. But take a look at it, man. It's like nothing you've ever seen. So we're going to put it up on the rollers and see what it can do. Check this out. All right, let's take a look at this S2000. Something different, something unique. It doesn't even really look like an S2000. And you look under the hood, and there it is, an LS swap. But it's actually an LQ engine. This is a cast iron block. This is out of like a, an 05 Yukon or something like that. Big, strong cast iron block. And you can see right here, it's a blow-off valve, right? Because this thing's got a big turbo on it. But you'll notice it's not under the hood. That's right, guys. The turbo in this car is back here. Where do you see this? There's the intercooler right there. And there's the turbo down there. All the way back here. Something unique, but I hear this car really rips and makes a lot of power. There's a look at his engine. Did a really good job with it. Looking good, guys. Let's get it up on the rollers and see what it could do. All right, there it is, guys. That S2000 is strapped down to the dyno. Look at this. We got the whole crew here tonight to see what this thing's going to do. Now, we just changed injectors on it. We're going to have a tuning session tonight. Joe from 5 Bar is actually going to handle the tuning of this car. And I just want to make mention that there's a lot of retail tuners out there, and there's a lot of good ones. But right here at 5 Bar, if you want to have your tuning done by Joe, he could do it too. Okay, so we're going to let these guys finish up the strapping the car down, and we're going to do some dyno pulls now. Okay guys, this is what it sounds like at idle. We just put the new injectors in it and just got the tuning to get it to idle. It sounds pretty sound. There's a little cam in it, not too much, but it actually sounds pretty good. I like it. Got a nice little rumble to it. Okay, well, we weren't able to do any dyno pulls with the S2000. Apparently the PCM doesn't seem to work well with tuning. When putting under boost, it seems to want to pull timing. If we throw in the fields that it's got an automatic transmission, it runs fine at idle, and then you try to go into boost and it pulls timing. If you put a manual transmission in there, it runs well, but it doesn't know when to shift. So everything's a little messed up with the computer on this car, so they're going to have to come up with a new PCM for it in order to get it to run right with the turbos. It ran pretty good NA, but once we put the turbos on it, it didn't work so good. So hopefully we'll get all of that ironed out, and on another day we'll have this car in a dyno and really see what this LS-powered Honda S2000 can do. It's a very interesting combination of parts between the LS engine, or I think they call it an LG engine because it's an engine that came out of an old Tahoe or something like that. It's a cast iron block engine, 6 liter, but it's a cool package. They got a nice On3 Turbo system in the back, but we just can't get it to run right this time. So we're looking to do something with the PCM, get it right, and on another day we'll have this on a dyno and really see what she can do. So a little disappointing night. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been here all day waiting for this, but it just didn't work out. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, guys, so we came back the next day. I understand we got a different tune file in this S2000. We're going to try to work out some of the bugs and see if it'll run. We were here till 4:30 in the morning last night trying to dyno this car and tune it, but we just couldn't get it to work right. Then we just proceeded to dyno some other cars, but we stuck it out. We tried to do our best, but I understand they got a different tune file for it now, and we're going to try to get this thing to run right. So let's watch it roll. 317. I expected more. It looks like it flatlines at 300 horsepower. Look at that.
Yeah, let's add another spring.
Yeah.
Add another spring and send it.
302. We're gonna change the spring on the blow off valve. You see them right there? These guys just grabbed some springs. All right, guys. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna change the spring and the blow off valve, and I don't know. They're probably gonna try to get another couple of pounds of boost at it. But really, the way I see it with this thing, this car's not making that much power. I expected a lot more out of this. You're thinking that a 6-liter engine, you know, a decent LS motor or LG motor, whatever it is they call this, I think that alone could make 300 horsepower to the rear wheel. So they've already got something like 10 pounds of boost on it, 8, 9, I really don't know what it is, making 300 horsepower. So to me, this is a disappointment. I haven't really talked to the owners about what they expected to get out of this, but right now it just doesn't seem to be working out real good. I'm going to stick around for the next pull and see what we get, but I'm not really expecting very much. Big disappointment. We waited around till 4:30 in the morning last night because we tried to tune this car, and this car was on the dyno for 3 hours, and for some reason the tune file that we were using last night just simply wouldn't run right no matter what transmission that you put in that tune. Like the file gives you a drop down and you put in the kind of transmission that you have, and it just accepts it, and you write the tune and you go along on your merry way. But that tune file we had last night would not do that. It didn't work with the automatic transmission. It didn't work with the manual transmission. This morning we're using a different tune file. It seems to be working, but the car's not making any power. And that's a little bit of a surprise. But they're going to change the spring in the blow-off valve, try to make some more boost, and let's see what we got. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe we'll see a miracle here. See what the last pull was. This one is looking like a little over 350 horse. And how much boost we were making?
I think this one's right around 7
pounds of boost. See the black line there? The one right there? The F-fuel ratio. I think they straightened it out a little bit. Still not making the horsepower I thought it was going to make. And we got a 30-pound spring in the blow-off valve. Why we're only making 7 pounds of boost? It's a mystery to me. All right, guys, this Honda S2000 was a bust. I spent hours here hoping that we were going to see good numbers coming out of this car, and it's just not happening. You know, they got the turbo in the back. It's a 77mm turbo. It's a big turbo, but I'm being told that no matter how much boost you put in it, it might have a lot of boost in the back by the turbo, but by the time the air gets to the front of the engine, the boost is just not there. So they've got a lot of testing to do on this car to get it to perform the way you would expect, you know, a 6-liter engine with a 77mm turbo to run. So this is the way it is, though, guys. For me, you know, I'm like a content junkie. If there's something around that looks cool, I'll stick it out. You know, I'll hang out there. I'll spend hours and hours and hours trying to get that good video. But this is one of those times where it just didn't work out. But maybe we'll see this car in the future. I don't know. I hope so, because it's a cool combination. It's a neat idea, and I'm hoping that these guys get it right. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.